Hi all, welcome next video. So in this video we're going to discuss about ReactJS next feature. So what we will be doing in this, like we will be implementing packages to like export Excel, like whatever the data we have. So we would see how we can export that data into the Excel. So how we are going to implement that we are going to learn in this video. Okay, so what we will be learning today. So firstly, we will be implementing that React CSV package. We will be importing that, and then we will be seeing the demo for the same. So what we will require. So firstly, we will add a package. Okay, React CSV. Then what we will be doing, we will be creating a separate page for that export to details. Okay, and we will also add a route configuration for that page so that we can successfully redirect to that particular route. And then further we will be implementing that export details features. So firstly, like how we can implement that. So firstly we will require data, so we will create an array. Okay, this set of some records, since we are not like fetching any service or something to get the data. So we will be creating a static data through the array, and we will be exporting that data into the Excel. So how we can achieve it, so that we will be looking into. Okay, and be like in the real time we may have some API services or something that giving us the data, so we can read the data from there, and we can just based on that we can export the data. I will also telling you, like if you have a service you are getting the data, how you can do that. But for the current scenario we did not implemented any service in our React application, so we will be seeing that the static data, how we can extract static data and export into the Excel. So this is the export component that we will be implementing in our export details component. So basically we will be using a CSV link, okay, and inside that we will be adding one more button to export that particular feature, and this is going to be the UI after the implementation. Sorry. So I already have implemented in my test application, so I can show you how it is working right now. So if you have go go through my older videos, so you already be aware that I already have created this kind of a dummy test application. So I already implemented in this, and I will be implemented in my main application through the scratch. So this is our React application. So I already like explained how you can add this route configuration in your application. So after the implementation you can go through the multiple pages, and based on that you can implement the features. Okay, so so if you wanted to see how I added all this things, so you can go my previous videos in the playlist, React playlist, and you can see that. So here I have implemented this one, export user details. So if I'm clicking in this, so you can see this page is appearing. You can export all user details here. So if I'm clicking on this export user data, so the data is getting generated here. Okay, so if you open this, so whatever the static data I have provided in the array, so the data I'm getting here in the Excel sheet. So basically we need to implement this feature in our main application. Okay, so we will be seeing that. So this one is a React feature application. So in this I firstly try out, and then after the successful implementation I explain you in this React CRMS application. Okay, so what the changes I made, that let me firstly show you. So this is the export detail.js, which I basically implemented newly. So if you can see here, we have a header separately, and we have an array of data that we will be exporting, and we imported CSV link package. Okay, and using the same component we are just exporting to Excel. Okay, So let's see that how we can do in our application. So if we see in app.js, so I also sidebar.js, I also have added one more page. Okay, so if you're clicking in this page, so you will be redirecting to export details page. Okay, so let's jump into the new application and see that how it is working. So currently if I am running here, let me delete all this. So currently I haven't implemented anything here. It's a new one. Okay, so it's a CRM with React, so we did not implemented anything. So let's open a terminal. So let's see what the implementation is in npm. Then this is the feature one. So if you see here, I think this one is already running. We will have to stop it. Npm run we already clicked, so let's npm start. Okay, start. And this one is the React CRMs. Okay, we haven't implemented anything here. Let's see how it looks like now. Okay, so currently if you see here in the page side, so we did not implemented anything, right? We don't have any component export excel details. So let's start implementing. Okay, so what firstly we will require, so I'll just start comping from here. Okay, so let's add one more export details.js page firstly. Okay, so let's add React CRMS, and where is the pages? Source, inside the source there is the pages. Okay, so we don't have any. So new file, export details.js. Okay, so the new page is created here. What further we need to do? We will be adding this page route details in our app.js. So app.js is basically pointing to sidebar. Okay, so let's go to the sidebar.js. So if you see here, we did not add it, and we did not add any export detail page. So let's take it from our feature page and add it here. So if you go sidebar.js, so see here I have added. So let's copy the same component tag and just put here after this, just after this. Okay, so now the export details will be appearing, but it will not be redirecting because we haven't configured this page details in our route config. So we have a route config also, app.js, I think, not app.js, sidebar. Okay, layout.js. Okay, this is not that. Okay, so we will be seeing all this index.js. Okay, so we have to put the route details here. So firstly we will have to import the page here. Okay, and then we will be putting this page details, like if the route configuration is finding this export details uh, page name or action name, so it will be redirecting to this component. Okay, so let's do it from here, index.js. So let's open the index.js. Here is the index.js. Firstly import it, our newly created page. Okay, and then we will have to put the route details for that. So route is added here. Okay, it's imported and added the new route here. So now if we save it, and we will see, we would be able to redirect to this page. Okay, so let's see it. It will show us immediately, so not an issue. It's a compiling right now. Okay, so now it's compiled. Now we can see that, see, export the details is appearing. So be clicking here, so page is opening, but we are not getting any details because we haven't implemented anything. Okay, so let's go back and see there, export details, and the page name is the export details. Okay, now let's move to export details page, the feature one. So if you see here, so firstly we will be importing, let's firstly put the export only. Okay, I'll comment this, all this, and we'll see that if we are getting the page. So let's put this one only firstly. So let's move here, export details, control V. Okay, so now the component is there, it's returning. App we will not be getting, so we can remove it, it is not as much required. And you can put it, so CSV we haven't imported, so we will also have to comment it. Okay, okay, so it's been commented now. Okay, so now we would be able to see our page at least. If it is not loading, means there is something that we missing. So let's go to our page, click here, create user. So create user is opening, create here export details is opening. See here, you can export all user details from here that we put there in uh, here h3 heading. You can see that, so that one is heading, and since we are using layout, so we are getting this one is the common section. Okay, so what we further need to do, we will be implementing this, importing that package react.csv, and we will be implementing that. So let's firstly import this, control C, uh, the enter, control V, C. So this one is not required, app.css, but let it be, not an issue if it is there. So we are importing CSV link from React CSV. Okay, so right now it will not be working. The reason is we haven't imported this package. Okay, so firstly let's see that. I think I have imported for my features application, so it will be working because it has been already placed in the location. See, already there inside TypeScript index, right? It is happening because we already imported this package for this. This is the same location. See, so the reason is, like, if we importing any module or any package, so it's getting placed in the common location inside the Microsoft TypeScript folder. Okay, so it's be already there if you already have imported it for the one application. So either we can import it, or if we are going to use the same one, like even if we are not importing, it will be consuming this existing one. And if we are importing, so whatever the newly we are importing, that will get the existing one will get overwritten by the new one. Okay, so we have both the ways, but I wanted to show you, so I will be definitely importing that. Otherwise, I can just show you. If you wanted, I can import as well. But I think it will be working, so let's see that. Okay, so see it's there, and the location is also there. If you open this location, you will be getting the package detail. I can show you that as well. Windows R Control V. So index will not be opening, so till this path. Okay, see the path is there and the index file is also there. The reason is like it's kind of Microsoft assemblies we are importing in Visual Studio. So like common like Aura, Oracle. So it get placed on the common location like assembly location, common assembly location. So if you imported any package or something that for one application or one React application, so it will also get available for the other application which are getting used in the same server. Okay, so we already have imported for one, so we don't need to import it again. Okay, let me close it. You don't need to import it again. So in case if you wanted to import, so it's not kind of a big script. It's just a one import thing. npm I react hyphen csv. After clicking this, it will get imported. Okay, so let me go further and run this file save edge. Where is the file save edge? Okay, so now we are getting issue. uh, what the thing, they are not getting this export details.js. Now we forgot to add this details somewhere. This is their export details.js. Okay, sidebar.js. Okay, so I think export user details. Okay, module not found. 1024. 1024. Export details 10. Details.js 1024 means it is not like we will have to import it. Okay, so let's do it, not an issue. We'll also get a chance to learn it, right? So what the script is npm. Okay, npm I react csv. I react hyphen csv. Okay, that's it we need to do, and let's enter. So now it's been imported. So npm build. Okay, so it's built successfully. Let's npm run. All is working fine. Let's start. So it's been opened here in this path. me see other things. Yeah, I was expecting this error. Users. You know why? Because we haven't added the array. Okay, so it's giving a error here. So be clicking here, we would not be getting details. Compile time issue. So let's go back and import the put that array details so that it can export it. So this is our array, users array. So let's copy it. Control C and let's go there and put here. So now the users is getting filled with all these details and we are using a user here as a data. So whatever the things we are binding with the data, that will get extracted to the Excel. Okay, so currently we are putting a static data for the users, but if you have API, so you can directly call a API here, and whatever the data you will be getting, you can bind that data to the user and user will get binded here and the data will get exported based on the result. Okay, so now we binded with the user. Let's see that. npm stop. Okay, let's go to there and go to Excel. I think it's not compiled yet. Something is still breaking. The user is here, user data is here. We are binding data with here, but is this CSV link? Did we import CSV link? Yes. Div. It should be 3034 port. Something is still failing. Okay. So what we are missing here? Details user data is there. React CSV link is there. The array is there. Export to details. Export details. We see here, we can see div. We can put this class is only missing. So let's see, I don't think so this is going to be an issue. We can export all data here, users, CSV link, and the imported are only 3. If we are mousing over this, so we are getting that. So let's save it. I think I haven't saved that, so it was not working. Okay, so now let's move back to there. See, it's now working. So if you go to home, you come back to export to user details. So now you are getting this section. Okay, export to user data. So we are getting this. We have 6 rows of data. So let's when this button is there, export user data. Export user data button. I haven't added any styling on this because I did not implemented any style this particular this React app right now. So I just kept a simple button here only just to implement the functionality. So now if I'm clicking here, see the report is generating. We can also change the name and all the things. We have that configuration. My intention was only to implement this feature. That's why I kept it easier and less complex. So see here 6 rows of data we are getting with the headers. Okay, so this is the feature that we wanted to achieve it, so that we already done. So that's all. uh, this way, okay. Okay, that's all for this. Thank you so much for the watching. See you on the next video and feature. Hope you're doing good. Thank you.